My name's Chloe and tomorrow I'm going in for an endometrial laparoscopy surgery that you have to get diagnosed with endometriosis because it doesn't show up on any scans or blood tests. I thought I would kind of document it a little bit because I've been trying to research it online on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, and I can't really find much from people from the UK that have had the surgery. It would really help me if there was some videos, so I thought maybe if I do a video it might help someone else. I'm gonna talk you through my pre-op, my op and my recovery. I had my pre-op assessment on the 22nd of September. I had to go into hospital to have that done on the same ward that I'm going to be having the surgery. So got in, went to the reception, handed over like my letter and said I had a pre-op assessment. They booked me in and then I had to wait about 10 minutes, I think it was. Nurse called me in, she did my weight and my height, and then we went into the consultancy room and went through a couple of questions. I had already done a pre-op assessment online, so they'd emailed me a link to do one, but because there was a couple of things that were flagged up, it was why I had to go in for a pre-op assessment as well. Some general medical questions with me, like any allergies, is there a history of heart disease in the family, have you had surgery before, that kind of stuff. She also took my blood pressure whilst I was there. She was going through like a couple more questions, and because I had just finished a course of antibiotics, she said she wanted to do a blood test just to check that everything was okay. She said you'll have that after we have this consultation basically. Went through all the questions. She did debate doing an ECG, which is where they just put some like stickers on your chest to check your heart rate. But then after chatting to her a little bit more, she decided that actually it wasn't going to be necessary, so we didn't do the ECG in the end. She asked if I had any questions. So the 3 questions that I had were, how long was the actual surgery going to take? And she literally just got it up on her computer and said, they've put you down for 50 minutes for the anaesthetics to kick in and then 60 minutes for the actual surgery. So I'll be out for about 2 hours in total. I said to her, how soon after surgery am I able to go home? Because it is a day surgery. And she said, as soon as you've eaten, you've drunk and you've gone for a wee, and as long as there's no other complications and we're happy with everything, you can go home. Oh, and obviously you've woken up from the anaesthetic okay. The last question was, how soon after surgery would I be able to do things like go to the gym, go for a run? And she said not for at least 4 to 6 weeks, probably more likely 6 weeks. And once I do go back to like going to the gym and stuff, she said no heavy lifting. It will be lots of light weights, body weight, and in terms of running, she said don't run before you can walk. But I dare say they'll go through more of that kind of stuff with me after the surgery. So I went back out into the waiting room to wait for my blood test. I sat outside in the waiting room for about 20-25 minutes, I think, until a different nurse called me in and she just did my blood test and then I could go home. So that was on the 22nd of September. My surgery is booked for the 3rd of October, which is tomorrow. It's currently 9:30. The night before my laparoscopy. Updates are I ended up getting a call from the hospital today. They say that my blood test that I had last week, they've lost the results for. They're moving it all over to a new system and they've managed to lose my blood test results. So they said to me, you either need to come back in today to have the blood test again, or we will do it again tomorrow morning when you come in. But obviously that does mean that you will be pushed down the list because we'll have to wait for your blood test results to come back. So I said to them like I couldn't get there today, which was true. I was working literally until like 8 o'clock this evening. So I said there's no way I'm going to be able to get there. That's fine, you'll just have to have it tomorrow morning. So I'm definitely not going down 1st or 2nd tomorrow. I thought I would just show you what I've packed in my hospital bag for tomorrow. It is only day surgery. However, I think taking extra stuff in case I have complications and have to stay in, because at least that way I've got the stuff with me. So I've got a spare pair of leggings to go home in. I'm literally going to wear a tracksuit and a black t-shirt tomorrow. Pyjama shorts. This is a snack box for my partner because he's coming with me. I think we're going to be there a long, long time tomorrow. I've got my portable charger, all my hospital letters that I should probably need. Book. I don't know if I'll be reading, but I've got my book just in case. AirPods. And the last thing I've got is some pads because I am having the coil fitted as well tomorrow. But they said with the type of surgery there might be some bleeding afterwards anyway, so she was like, bring some pads. I've got some spare underwear as well, and I'm gonna pack my Nintendo Switch and the charger for my partner. I need to be there at 7 o'clock, so I think we're probably gonna have to leave at probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't eat anything from 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. I can't drink anything from 6:30 tomorrow morning. I completely forgot to say as well, I am packing some deodorant, a toothbrush and some toothpaste because I'd just rather have it and not need it than not have it and need it. So I'm taking that as well. As soon as we got to the hospital, they called me straight in for my blood tests, and then immediately afterwards took us down to a little private room where the nurse just put a wristband on me and also asked me to get changed into the hospital gown and some compression socks as well. Much to my surprise, I was actually first one on the list for the day for the surgery, which I obviously wasn't expecting. It was really great because the nurse kept coming in to talk to me. We also had the anaesthetist come round and have a chat with me as well, which was really good considering I've never been under general anaesthetic before. So he was just kind of telling me what to expect. And then finally, we also had the surgeon come round to talk to me, just to kind of talk me through obviously what he was going to be doing again. I signed the consent forms, and then him and his assistant wheeled me down to the anaesthetist room. It was in the anaesthetist room that they also fitted me with the cannula that you saw in my previous clip as well. But I cannot fault the nurses, they were incredible. Day 1 post-op, nearly 11, and I'm not allowed to have a shower for 2 days, so we're gonna get like some flannels and do like a little flannel shower, get me changed. Add some morphine. Take some paracetamol as well because I can double up just to help. As you can see, I slept with 4 pillows last night. I've got 4 incisions. Feel very, very sore. So, okay. I'm not sure how coherent this entire video has been from when I woke up yesterday, so I do apologise. It's now about 1 o'clock. Got oral morphine to take every 4 hours if I need it. So got some blood thinning injections I've got to do. 1 injection once a day in the evening, and that has to go into my stomach, which was really fun to do yesterday. A laxative sachet with electrolytes in. Anaesthetic can make you a bit constipated, so they've given me that as well to take. Very, very out of it yesterday. I woke up on like the recovery ward, and the anaesthetist came round again and he said, do you remember like waking up after surgery? And I was there and I said no, and he said okay, that's good. Basically when I woke up, they took the tube out of my throat, which they put in when you're under to help you breathe, and I woke up and was panicking that I couldn't breathe. The anaesthetist did say to me before I went down that when the tube gets taken out, you can feel like there's something in your throat and it feels like you can't breathe, but you can, we're there with you, we'll calm you down and everything. But I mean, I don't even remember like waking up afterwards, but he said that basically he took the tube out and I was very panicky, very insistent I couldn't breathe, so they gave me like sedation, more painkillers. So I think a combination of those 2 things with the general anaesthetic just completely wiped me out, because I think it took me about 2.5 hours on the recovery ward before they decided to move me down back to the day ward. But I don't remember them moving me from the day ward. I just remember I kept like waking up for like 2 or 3 seconds when I was on recovery ward and then being like, are you okay, Chloe? Like, you've just woken up after surgery? And I was like, what? I just did not compute anything. And then yeah, after about 2.5 hours, I think I'd managed to stay awake for about 5 minutes. They made a decision to move me down to the day ward. I think they were just trying to get me to stay awake for longer than a few minutes, which I just really wasn't. I was just so sleepy. But eventually they gave me some toast, gave me some tea. I went for a wee, sort of kept going for a wee actually, and then they were starting to, you know, phone my next of kin, let them know where I was. Checked my blood pressure a few times, took my cannula out. Well, they took the whatever I was connected to out, but they left my actual cannula in my hand for a little while, literally until I was about to leave. It's nearly 4 o'clock. painkillers I took was at 11, so I'm going to take some more. I think I'm going to double it up with some paracetamol because I think that definitely helped in the night. And then I'll take some more about 8 o'clock tonight because that should keep me going to about midnight. Feel okay, just really sore. Thought I would show you the actual medicine that they've given me to take home, because obviously you saw the oral morphine earlier, but these are the blood thinning injections that they've given me. These are the drink sachets that they've given me, which are like laxatives and a electrolyte in one. We're on the secondary part now. The morphine and the paracetamol have kicked in. I don't think I actually said what they found. On stage 4 endometriosis. For those that don't know, it's done on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being very, very mild case, 5 being the worst it could be, like the most severe. The consultant said that it was about 1 millimetre thick, all the endo tissues. He said it was everywhere, which is why it was put down as stage 4 in the end, just because of the amount that there was. He'd also said that it had stretched onto my bowel. So they'd removed it from my bowel, but as they moved my bowel to check if it was anywhere else, it ended up tearing. So I've got a tear in my bowel, but they stitched it up. They flushed water and gas through and said that the stitches held and there was no issues. I had a feeling it was going to be on my bowel anyway, because I've had so many issues with IBS the last couple of years that I've always said I don't think it's just IBS. So it's probably been the endo tissue that's been on my bowel the whole time. Burnt it off, took a couple of biopsies as well. I'm going to show you my incisions. So, well, I'm going to show you the bandages where the incisions are. So if you're not keen on seeing that, then just skip to this time here. One on my belly button, one further up which has bled quite a lot, and one here, so 4 in total. Quite bad bloating, not the worst I've ever had, but not pleasant obviously. But yeah, I've got four cuts. Small complication surgery, which is why it took about an hour and 15 in the end. I'm okay, I'm just very sore. We're on day 2, 7 o'clock. It's time to do our injection. This is the worst bit. Day 3, post-op. Didn't film much yesterday just because I didn't sleep great. Woke up at 1:30 in the morning with pain and just didn't really get back to sleep, and I kept taking morphine and ibuprofen and paracetamol, but it just wasn't really touching it. I sort of drifted on and off from 1 till about 8:30 I think. Eventually I was just like, I'm just gonna get up. And then yesterday I just went out for a drive to get some peppermint tea, hence why I'm burping a bit. That was actually it. I pretty much just slept the rest of the day, and last night was not a good night. I woke up at 5 and felt really sick. I got up, went for a wee, and then I was in the bathroom and I was like, I feel really sick. And then as I started walking back to the bedroom, I thought, I ain't gonna make it. I managed to get myself as close to my partner's door as I could, and then just literally threw my arm against his door to try and get him to come out, and he did. And I was on the floor, but I was sat up, and I just said to him, I was like, I feel so dizzy and so sick. So he ran and got his mum, who's a paramedic, and trying to throw up when you have stitches in your stomach is fun. So shaky and so cold and so dizzy. She did like all the checks on me. She took my temperature, she checked my eyes, she checked my wounds, she listened to my stomach. There's a lot of gas in there still, which I sort of knew anyway. She said which is good, because at least it's like, it's moving about still, it's not stopped. Strict instructions today to rest. We were sat on the hallway floor for about an hour in the end before we got me back into bed. But we're thinking it might be the morphine making me feel sick, because I am taking it every 4 hours because it's painful. We're going to cut out the morphine today and we're going to stick to just paracetamol and see how we go. just gonna lay here for a bit before I go. Oh, gosh. Definitely had a bad day today, despite obviously this morning. I've only taken paracetamol today and I've only taken one lot as well. Take some before I head off to sleep. Drunk more today. Done more research on what my diet should be today as well, just with like the bowel tear and stuff. Probably a bit late now, but I'll get on that from tomorrow. Keep taking each day as it comes really, but I'm gonna get into bed now and watch some Harry Potter. Done my injection. My tummy's a bit sore from that, but we're all good. Got a hot water bottle just to put on my lower belly where the stitches aren't as well, because that definitely helped last night. So we're getting there, but day 3, it's a big op. I feel like I didn't really see anything out there online like this, hence obviously why I've done this, because I didn't realise kind of how big of an op it was, I think. I am really feeling the pain of it today. I think the morphine is probably now fully out of my system because it feels really painful today. So I'm just taking some paracetamol. I'm going to take some ibuprofen in a minute. I've got a hot water bottle because I've read that you can put a hot water bottle on as long as there's like layers between clothing and obviously the wounds, which there is, and plus I've still got the plasters on. But my partner got me some things from the shop yesterday. This is my little collection by the bed. So I've got 2 bottles of water, one of these Tesco Lucasade Sports, some digestive biscuits, some salt and vinegar rice cakes, and some kids ibuprofen because I can't take regular ibuprofen. Still feeling quite nauseous, but better within myself, which is good. But I looked up like a little diet plan yesterday. It just said like lots of soft, easy digestible foods. So I had some porridge for breakfast with some cinnamon, which is anti-inflammatory, and also a banana, which is gentle on your stomach. And I think later for dinner I'll probably just had some scrambled egg or something, or some boiled egg. It's really weird, post-surgery or post maybe being sick the other night, I've really gone off of certain foods, and like, I'm not a fussy eater, but certain foods are literally like giving me the ick, like even just thinking about them. Like the idea of eating rice, don't come near me. Like a chicken breast, if it's chopped up, that feels okay. Spinach, even like just lettuce leaves, to be fair, like I feel like iceberg would probably be okay, but not just lettuce leaves. I don't know if that's normal post-surgery. It's probably the first day that I've not felt like woozy or sleepy or really sick all day. I stuck to a lot of plain foods, like I had a bagel with some butter, some porridge with banana and cinnamon, some crackers, some biscuits, but that's literally been it. It's all been very, very plain. Mint tea, chewing gum, and those little walks around the garden are definitely helping with the gas. Can you tell by my face what time it is? Injection time. I don't know what's worse, trying to sneeze post-recovery or doing these injections. I've got Harry Potter on. Once I do this one, there's just 2 more left, so I can do it. I just really don't want to do it. I'm not happy about it, but I've done it.
You know when you 2 go out?
It's my best friend. Yesterday and today, I felt better within myself and I felt a lot less sleepy. We actually went out for about a 20-minute walk today, which is the first time I've properly left the house since having the op. I mean, we went to the co-op the other day to get some tea, but that was literally it. I still feel so nauseous though, that is the only thing. I feel okay, and then it gets like a certain point and I'm like, I feel really nauseous again. I do think it's those blood thinning injections that I'm doing because it's in the evening that I feel really nauseous. So I've still not really eaten much. I've had a lot of digestive biscuits, peppermint tea, porridge with banana and cinnamon, balls of butter. I had a couple of chicken nuggets because my partner made some for his lunch. Because I've got this bowel tear as well, I'm having to be so careful with what I eat because everything online says you don't want to have anything that irritates your bowel or can like cause stress on the gut. The last 2 days it has been the pain that's been the worst for sure, but I'm only on paracetamol now. I've had a hot water bottle on. I feel like the bruising's coming out more now as well around the wounds. I'm starting to get a bit bored, so I think I might email work tomorrow and just see about maybe starting a phased return next week. I'm meant to be off for 4 weeks, that ain't gonna happen. Show you how the scars are, well not scars, how the wounds are looking today I guess. The only thing I will say is I've been a lot more burpy today because I've still got so much gas in me because they had to pump obviously double in. The lighting's not the best, but it's like bruising around here. I feel like sometimes I think it is going down and then I stand up and I'm like, maybe it's not. But if I stand properly, it does. It's just not the most comfortable to stand like that. Like, it's more comfortable right now for me to arch my back, take some of the strain off, but if I stand properly, then it isn't so bad. Very slow recovery. I said to my granddad earlier, my mum said to me actually last night, she was like, you know, everyone says it's just keyhole. It's not just keyhole, it's multiple keyhole made, multiple incisions, and then you have the tissue of your organ like scraped or burnt away. And then for me, obviously they were having to move my bowel, so they moved an organ, tore it, moved it back. He said, you know, it's not just keyhole, it's actually a big op. I said to her as well, I was like, I'm just fed up now because I feel so gross. I can finally take these fucking compression socks off though. I had to wear these compression socks for the last 5 days. I've like taken them off to like wash and stuff. Like I haven't been able to wash my hair because I can't like shower yet. Because it says to me you can shower after 2 days but don't get the wounds wet. And I'm like, how can I not get the wounds wet in the shower? It's like, it's not like an arm that I can just like hold out the shower or a leg. It's my stomach. So I've been carrying on with like the flannel washes. But like my hair, I can't bend over the bath to do it or like lean my head back against the bath for someone else to do it. I've been able to like shave my legs because I can't shower. But these plasters are coming off on Friday. Like I need a reset. I need like my eyebrows done. I need my hair washed properly. I need to shave. I need to have like a proper good shower. At the point of feeling a bit fed up, a bit gross, and just in a lot of pain really. It has been 1 week since my surgery now, and I didn't film anything yesterday because I was just so fed up yesterday. I was fed up of the fact that I can't eat anything properly. I hadn't washed my hair, I hadn't had a proper shower, I couldn't do anything. I was just at the point where I was like, I'm fed up now. But we went for a little walk. I drove for the first time as well. Did about a 15-minute drive in the evening because I really wanted some crumpets. I'm bored of having like a toasted bagel every night for dinner, and I was like, I really fancy some crumpets. So we drove to the shop and I got some crumpets, but driving was fine. Plasters are now off as well. It's really weird seeing like the cuts on my right side, this one down here. You can see that there's like 2 cuts. You can see the stitches like really clearly there. But my mother-in-law said it was probably where they put the camera in, and that's where they probably put the gas tube in as well. That's probably like the first one they did. But the rest, they all look really clean, they all look really good. You can't really see the stitches on the others apart from the belly button one. You can see the stitches still, and the belly button one's got a lot of bruising around it. I feel so much better than myself today. So much better. Today has gotten better, to be fair. I mostly just slept this afternoon. It's like 5 o'clock now, but I think I came up here about just after 12, half 12. I just crashed out for like 4 hours, but like my body did go through a lot and it's still repairing and it's still healing. Feeling a lot less nauseous today as well, which is also really good. But yeah, major updates. Spent yesterday very fed up. I had my first cry yesterday as well, but we also did go for a drive and I managed to drive okay. I won't show the scars again now just because you can now actually obviously see the cuts. Bloating has gone down massively. Feeling a lot better in myself. Then I'm signed off work for the next 3 weeks, but I've asked if I can have a meeting with them on Monday to discuss a phased return, maybe from like the middle to end of next week, because I don't really want to be away for too long, but as well I do sit at a desk, so I feel like I could do quite a lot of stuff, even if it's just like mornings in the office. I'm grateful that I've had it done because I have obviously got the answers that I wanted and I've waited for like 12 years, but it is a huge job. I feel like that shouldn't be underestimated when you go into it, or when you hear of people that are going into it. Like, it is a big operation that they do in terms of like the effects that obviously it has on your body, which I talked about the other day. It is now Saturday and it is 8 days post-op, and I think I'll give one last update and then probably end the video. I am feeling so much better today. The last like 2 or 3 days, every day has just gotten better and better in terms of like how I'm feeling. No pain today, apart from like a little bit of soreness just where the bruising is around the wound, but that's literally it. No cramping today, no nausea today, no extreme bloating today. It literally just is that little bit of soreness where I can feel the bruising, and that's it. Managed to sleep on my side again last night, which was so comfortable. The only thing that has been weird is obviously like feeling the stitches rubbing against my t-shirt slightly. The last little bit of an update that I wanted to give was just on the coil, because I don't really think I mentioned it much. Basically, I decided to also have the coil fitted during my surgery because the consultant said to me that the Mirena coil is a lot better at slowing down the regrowth rate of endometriosis compared to the pill. The way he described it to me was basically like the pill, the coil all kind of just act like a weed killer. He said nothing ever kills the weeds in your garden completely, nothing will ever kill off the endometriosis in your body completely, but some weed killers work a lot better than others and some are a lot stronger than others. And he said that the pill versus the Mirena coil is a lot stronger at making sure the endometriosis issue doesn't grow back as much or as quickly, I guess. So I decided to give it a go, and I did get the Mirena coil fitted, and apart from a little bit of bleeding the first 2 days, I've been absolutely fine. I am actually starting to doubt if I even have it in there, because I have not bled at all really, apart from those initial 2 days. The cramping, I don't know if it was cramping from the coil or if it was cramping from the surgery, but 1 week in, literally no issues with it at all. But it's just one of those things. I'm going to give it a go, and if I'm having issues with it at Christmas or anything, then I said I'm just going to get it taken out. But so far so good. So I think that's it. I hope that if you have found this video and you're about to go through this surgery, or your friend is on the waiting list for the surgery, or family member, this has kind of helped you a little bit, just to give a bit of an insight as into what the pre-op is like, what the surgery is like, what the post-op care is like, and hopefully as well it just kind of weighs a little bit of awareness about endometriosis in general. I had to wait 12 years to get this diagnosis. I was turned down by doctors 3-4 times maybe before I had one that would listen to me and say it's not normal, let's get you checked out, let's get you investigated. And it turns out I was right, it wasn't normal, it was stage 4 endometriosis. So yeah, if this video helps anyone, then that's all I could ask for. If anyone has watched this video and you do have any questions about anything to do with anything that I've talked about, I didn't go into much depth of what happened in the anaesthetist room, for example. If you want me to talk more about that, or kind of give you a rundown on that, or if you want to know kind of what my symptoms were, see if they sort of match with your symptoms, then just put it in the comments. I'll answer it as best as I can. I dare say probably about 10 people are going to watch this video, but if it helps 3 people, then that's all I wanted. But 8 days on and so much better. It's still a long recovery to go. I can't run or go to the gym for 4 weeks, but the most important thing is I have answers and I am healing, which is the main thing. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped you. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this helped you, and I hope this proves that endometriosis is very real and women are not just being dramatic when they say that their periods are bad. Love you, bye.